As morning broke on day 8, we found the tower completely shrouded in fog, which gave it an eerie, mystical feeling. Soon, though, the morning sun was burning away the mist and getting us warmed up enough to start the day. Since we didn't have a lot of driving to do today, we took our time getting packed up, and it was mid-morning by the time the trailer was hitched and ready to go. With the fog gone, we got one final glimpse of the tower before heading down the highway. Our first stop was Sturgis, South Dakota. The annual motorcycle rally was beginning tomorrow, but already the town was being invaded by hordes of motorcycle riders. The streets were pulsing with bikes of every imaginable shape and size, and holy shirt sizes, that guy was huge. We gotta see that again. Talk about large and in charge. Did that guy really show up here on a Harley? Anyway, where was I? Bikes of every imaginable make and model. We decided this was a slice of Americana our kids just couldn't afford to miss. So with the 32-foot travel trailer in tow, we headed down the main street of Sturgis. Vendors lined both sides of the streets all the way through town, including some amazing bike builders that had their custom creations out on display. At the Allstate Arlen Ness booth, you could even buy your custom bike and insure it too. One-stop shopping. The roar of so many motorcycles all in one place was amazing. Here's what it sounded like with the windows down. Bikini girls on the sidewalks advertised bike washes and oil changes, but Emily wouldn't let us stop. What's that? What did you say? Can you hear me now? No, I can't hear anything except Harley. You see all types at Sturgis Bike Week. Some totally look the part. And others, like this guy in the middle of the road, look completely out of their element. 4 miles outside of town, we finally found a break in the line of motorcycles long enough for us to turn the truck and trailer around. We'd had about enough motorcycles for one day, so we got back on the highway and drove on up to Deadwood. Guess what? There were more motorcycles. There were some pretty cool machines, but there were so many of them lining the streets and so many bikers in the shops, it was hard to enjoy the town. So pretty soon we packed up and headed to the next stop. Driving through the Black Hills, the scenery was absolutely spectacular. This was one place I could stand to come back for some more time. The highway wound through rolling hills, covered with green forests and interspersed with outcrops of rock. It made for a beautiful ride if it hadn't been for the motorcycles everywhere. We stopped to check out the Crazy Horse Memorial, an otherwise beautiful rock outcrop being blasted away into the likeness of the Indian war chief. While it's impressive, I'm not sure I can say it's an improvement. Back in the truck again, we wound our way through more of the Black Hills, surrounded by the beautiful scenery and the ever-present rumble of Harley-Davidsons. We passed a sign identifying this as the area where the National Treasure movie was filmed, a point which the kids found especially noteworthy. I, however, was too busy checking out the awesome machinery parked along the side of the road. I'd gladly trade in this road train for a ride in one of these babies. We knew we were getting close to our final destination of the day as the scenery became more and more rocky. I realized that sculptors recognize the Black Hills as some of the best rock for creating timeless monuments, but as I drive through this, I have a hard time seeing how you can improve on it. But I guess it's every patriotic American's duty to visit Mount Rushmore at least once in their lifetime, and so we did. A few mountain goats were out feeding in the cool evening air as we wound around the boardwalks through the boulder piles. As we got to the base of the monument, I realized that we might have visited these in the wrong order. After seeing the progress on the Crazy Horse Memorial, the heads of Mount Rushmore seemed small in comparison. However, unlike the Crazy Horse Memorial, Mount Rushmore stirred feelings of deep patriotism within us. With only a little daylight remaining, we hurried the rest of the way around the boardwalk loop. After pausing in the parking lot to watch several drunk teenagers being handcuffed by park rangers, we made our way into the amphitheater to watch the evening lighting ceremony. Amazingly, it was the first night of our trip without a thunderstorm.